Yeah, one day soon, Kendara will be able to break into my room while I'm asleep and steal all of my precious files.
They can also
What will I
steal
do
the
with
eggs.
them?
I don't know. Burn poke soup to the ground.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Ugh, I don't know.
He's making me evil.
I'm not
Chat
making
is
you
making
evil.
me evil.
This is not your corruption arc.
You're forcing me into evil.
I'm not forcing you to be evil. Oh no, Soup, you're doing this to me. She says as she dumps water
I'm
on
not
my
gonna
PC.
do that!
Oh, get out of my head, Soup.
Oh my god, Calico Parade in chat?
Wow.
Oh my god?
Hi, Almond. Hi.
Oh. Is that almond? My almond?
Wow, you're Almond.
Your only almond?
Yeah, just the one.
Just the one.
I
A very
only
small snack pack.
fucking opening a fucking bag of almonds and it's just a single fucking nut.
Oh yeah, did you ever get the audio file working that I did for Almond's birthday?
I will be so honest, I don't remember. You should ask Almond that.
Awesome.
I think we
It
It's
was
been a
me
long time.
doing an audio recording of the entire Wikipedia page for almonds.
That's so funny.
It's like 40 minutes long.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah.
You do too much. Oh fuck, I bet I didn't even change. I didn't title the stream. I didn't Hold on, let me
It still says of the devil at least.
Oh, okay. Nah, no, I'm actually not gonna do shit actually.
It's the right game. That's good enough.
Yeah, good enough. We don't need to title it. We don't need to I don't need to come up with a new title every stream. Fuck it.
All that working for what? Kendaru to retitle the highlights?
When are we getting Simpsons Stream 2?
When we doing it. I don't know, man. There's like Simpsons video games. Do you want to play Simpsons video games on my stream?
You wanna play Simpsons Hit and Run?
We could do Simpsons Hit and Run the entire time we're doing Family Guy bits.
Holy crap, Lois. It's Bart Simpson.
Fuck up.
Wait, no, that's Marge.
I will admit I was re-listening to the fucking Simpsons highlights today in the car. I did one DoorDash in the morning, and I just listened to that the whole time.
Awesome.
I did watch through the entirety of the racism stream cut down.
Yay, did you like it?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yay. I just think it was genuinely one of the funniest streams, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like one of the first streams we did after I got my new audio interface because, man, I was using that censor button a lot. I love playing with new toys.
It was a good bit, sir.
I done anything else I forgot to do. I didn't press send on Blue Sky's live now message. I'm a good streamer. I'm a good streamer.
You are a good streamer, buddy. I'm patting you.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be okay.
You're right, I am a good streamer. I deserve a good streamer break. Blacks out and starts looking at Blue Sky.
No.
Huh? Anyway, hi chat, welcome to, of everyone's favorite day of the devil, Third Tuesday. We're just gonna beeline it, because CS has a really good feeling about it this time.
I'm really feeling it. I'm Mr. Xenoblade.
Motherfucker walks in with all the confidence in the world and goes, "Yeah, we got like one or two left in the tank every fucking episode."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure since like session 3, I've been like, yeah, we're gonna finish this soon.
You did this last episode too.
My favorite part is the first time I did it, Soup was like, oh, have you read ahead? You know where we're finishing? And I'm like, nah, I just know.
No, you did, and you were wrong.
You were fucking
You were
wrong.
wrong. Ugh.
I mean, session 1 for episode 2 does open with me making like the most completely off-mark cold shot. So, on brand, really.
We should really stop listening to CS. Is the lesson
Hey, don't do that.
that we're supposed to?
Chat, don't listen to me. Don't donate $50 to Supper Soup.
Chad, it's Black History Month. You should give me all of your money, or else you're fucking racist. I haven't made that post. I didn't make that post this year, but Kandaru did make a a variant of it, so I didn't feel the need to.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have much to say. I'm fucking... I woke up today. I was shaken by my sister, who told me I had lost $20 from my job because I didn't do the dishes. Or rather, I was late to do the dishes 4 minutes. And also, she still hasn't paid me in general.
Fucking hate your family.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely hope they get into a horrible accident and die.
I don't hope that, personally.
I know you don't.
If Mr. Twitch is listening in Minecraft,
Obviously. I'm just like sick and tired of every single day of my friend being like, here's my family invented a new kind of abuse, want to hear about it?
I think the most frustrating part of it is the couple of days or weeks back when my sister called me a bum. I think that was the one that hit the most. But also she, like, I don't know. It is very frustrating for someone to tell you to do a bunch of stuff, but then also call you, like, lazy and entitled and a child, even though you, like, do things for them. Bitrate unstable. Is there anything I can do to fix that?
is Steam downloading something?
Steam is not downloading anything. I think it... It might just be something fucked up with my personal settings on Twitch, which is something I'd love to sit down and test. However, the quickest way to test how your stream going live is going to work is by going live, which would be really annoying, because it would just be me turning stream on over and over again, alerting whatever many people have the notifications for my streams.
Hmm.
But it's an effective marketing strategy.
What, to fucking show my entire ass as I fucking test my quality?
It worked for
Yeah.
me somehow.
I see. Tune in
Loyal
for...
viewers stuck around through settings stream.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe... Let's see. I can get rid of these. Maybe I can clear out my Yeah Award awards I gave out to people. Okay.
I still want to rewatch all of the PowerPoints I missed.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps I'll start doing that today.
Perhaps one
Maybe.
day I'll do a PowerPoint.
I just did so good on the first one that I like really shot myself in the foot. I can never reach those levels of greatness again, you know?
Uh-huh. Well,
I
maybe...
set the bar too high.
Well, maybe don't be great. Just be an 8 out of 10.
That's actually pretty cute.
Thanks, man.
Soup, I think you're an 8 out of 10.
Thanks.
That's a pretty good score.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. This is the best Twitch is gonna do, I think. Which is to say bad.
Yippee.
Whatever, fuck it. No one's watching this stream today. Anyway, we'll just fucking get into the game.
The real ones will
I don't.
arrive.
It's okay. You can sit for a bit.
Yeah, but like, consider, I want to play as much of this as possible.
Okay.
Because
I mean, I'm ready to start when everyone else is. So.
yeah, because like, what is it? Because as CS has alluded to earlier, if we don't fucking beat this game within the next 2 streams, we're not gonna be able to play of the devil for a long while.
Mhm. Oh. Let's get it on, like Papa John.
Like Donkey Kong.
Hell yeah.
That up. Turn off the music. Make sure this game is sharing to stream. Should be. And then share my screen to my friends.
Oh, the side stream.
Mm-hmm. Finding what happened last episode.
Court was not in session, and we just talked to a few people.
Yeah.
And you got to voice the mama of a host bar.
Okay, and now you have to voice little boy.
Oh, now I'm back at little baby boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yippee.
How dare they? After all they put him through down there in that festering hole of a city district. Try and kill Sasuke in the courtroom of all places. The nerve of those blue blood scum.
We just wait for him to stop. We'll be standing here until morning.
So, should we speak up?
I don't know. I'm terrible with children. Listen, just keep nodding. If he calms down enough to ask a non-rhetorical question, get my attention.
What are you going to do?
Try consulting an expert.
Oh boy.
What do kids your age like?
6, 7.
Come on. Come on.
Not my birthday.
I'm not asking for you.
I'm not a kid. So I wouldn't know. If it's for Sarah, not a robot either.
What would someone younger than you like?
I don't know. Even 1 grade below me? Their sense of humor is impenetrable. The other day, the school announced they're going to be doing a test prep at every grade level. And the top comment, before it got deleted, was a picture of fish with boots.
Hey yo, fish! Hop on Peak? Even the kids of the future know one of the best games?
The caption was battering me and frying me in oil for 4 minutes on each side.
I get that.
That's such a good, like, replication. That's so good. I'll shut up.
No, dude, you're allowed to talk on the stream, it's fine.
I can't talk on stream. We have to get through the game.
Uh-huh. It's not that impenetrable. It's a very basic non sequitur.
What is this for non sequitur? Go ask someone else.
All you did there was get back on topic.
Are you even asking?
I've been hired by a youth. And I need to interrupt their temper tantrum.
Well, what do you want me to do from here? Hack them some fork knife bucks?
What is that? Would that work?
So what do you mean a youth hired you? Oh. So they must be like... rich, eh?
Yes.
Oh, I'm like the worst person to ask for advice then. What do I know about rich kids?
Your academy is full of them.
Why do you think I do as much of my schoolwork as possible from my dorm?
Don't you at least have a roommate?
Oh. Never got assigned one. Guess there was some kind of unavoidable computer error on their end.
This is hopeless.
They're usually good at gift giving and shit. Buttering up judges. Bribing court officials. Slipping coins into viziers' purses.
You have a very antiquated view of what my work entails. Medieval, in fact.
You know he passed. I heard he passed. Did you know him?
Whatever photo that is failed to send.
Damn it. I mean... What would you do if they were a rich adult? Flatter them or whatever?
Rich adults are used to people wanting their money. Flattery puts them on guard.
So what's the approach?
You approach them as though you already work for them. Pretend you're a butler. Acting on wordless commands they've given without an original thought in your head. They aren't suspicious of anyone they feel like they already own.
That mostly makes sense. So do that. They've probably got more in common with a rich adult than kids their own age. Or, you know, anyone else with a soul. Unless there's some reason you can't do your iconic butler technique here.
They don't want to be subservient to a child.
Sasuke did strain himself slightly when he tried to tackle me to the ground. That was the extent of it.
Yes. As my ad says, no one was hurt. Well, the attacker was part of an officer-involved shooting, but no one else was hurt.
Oh, well then, perhaps we should just forgive all and make peace. Those fills will regret their actions. The anger of the house, once roused, is not easily satisfied.
Yet. I forgot there was a lull. But he's ready to start back up again.
As Sun Tzu says,
If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him.
well, yes, but...
Please calm yourself, Makoto of House Sakaria. We need to speak with you.
About what?
About Sosuke.
You think he's done something to deserve this?
That's not what I...
There's nothing Sasuke could have done to justify what the Blue Bloods have put him through.
I assumed as much, but... I have no idea what the Hound of Icaria was doing up till a year ago, does he?
These questions are foolish. I'll not waste my time.
A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer.
Quote the Bhagavad Gita all you want, robot girl. It is not impressive for a machine to...
Bruce Lee said that.
Well, he was probably paraphrasing at the time.
Will you help us or not, Makoto?
Please.
It was for Sasuke.
Enough. Was I this man?
He hasn't...
I don't think
he
he's
hasn't
spoken before.
Yet. You want him?
Okay. Yeah, sure, because I don't have a character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have too many characters, you should take them.
Mm. Electric blue irises flash a deadly glare. The room's shadow seems to extend in his presence, curling and depending like ink dropped into water. That's a gangster.
Chairman. All of you, show some respect, now.
He says that out of patience, without actually looking around the room. He's sorry practice. One glance would have shown him there was no need to demand respect. Every head was already bowed. This is a man who is used to others not meeting his eyes.
The rest of you get lost.
Their practiced obedience didn't betray them. They all slipped away into the halls of the complex without so much as a creak on the floorboards. And even so, their anxiety was screaming at me like a bad towel begging to be taken advantage of. His presence here today was unexpected.
Now then. Mir Makoto-dan!
Grandpa!
Oh my god. How are things on the front lines, huh?
Makoto is the heir, so the chairman and his grandfather, of course, but
My little warlord making his enemies tremble with fear every time he sets foot out the door.
I was not expecting the head of a house of nobility to be so affectionate.
I thought you and father were still in the capital.
Well, we were. And we made a lot of powerful people in that city very frustrated while we were at it.
And made a lot of frustrating people very powerful, I'm sure.
Wish I'd seen their dumb faces solemnly nodding when I canceled my meetings. Just to fly home and see my grandson.
Chairman, apologies for the lack of an introduction. This is...
I know exactly who she is. She's our lawyer. Any good?
She is not entirely incompetent.
I would hope you could say more than that.
And she is also somewhat perceptive, Chairman.
Knows when to keep her mouth shut, clearly. How bad can she be?
Her methods are odd. She came here to ask me about Sasuke for some reason.
Not another word.
Chairman?
Back in the storehouse on the second floor, there's a cask of sake I won in a drinking game 5, or... I suppose it's been 6 years ago now. Did you go and fetch it for your grandfather?
Of course, but...
Old trick of the trade. One sip and anything we tell her becomes inadmissible in court.
I see! Very clever, Chairman.
Makoto was allowed to drink sake?
Hell's wrong with you? Of course you can't drink. It's the ceremony of it all, damn it.
Understood. I'll go retrieve it right away.
Now don't you tell my fucking son that his bodyguard is a super assassin.
Uh-huh.
Have one of those layabouts that were in here fetch you a ladder first. Make them earn their keep for once. On a suit and a pair of glasses, and you think you can just stand there for the rest of your career, you lazy. Your damn emails if you got nothing better to do.
Should we be seated a certain way for?
There is no cask of sake.
Oh. But then the strategy of becoming intoxicated in order to avoid.
Made that up. You're the lawyer. Is there any truth to what I said?
No need for tricks like that. Attorney-client privilege already binds my hands. I'm working for House Akiria right now, Sarah. I mean, hell. Makoto could confess to me that he's a mass murderer and I wouldn't be able to tell a soul.
So then, why did you send Makoto away, Mr. Chairman, sir?
I want to walk the gardens.
we supposed to follow him?
He left that part unsaid.
How can you tell?
Hey, quick strategy meeting. You know what a butler is, right? Hold on for dear life.
It's the thing that
Oh, it's
crashes
the
the
loading
stream.
screen.
Yeah. I'm glad you have such an appreciation for attorney-client privilege, sir. It makes these conversations go much smoother.
Well, if you trust privilege so much, why don't you trust your grandson to be here?
Don't kid yourself, copper. That boy is the future of this family. If I didn't trust him, there would be no point to any of this. Everything I've built. Dynasties aren't dynasties unless you manage to actually pass them down.
What you've built in the last 30 years is undeniably impressive. You must have required astonishing brutality.
Progress is brutality. And history is unkind to the gentle.
Is that why you orchestrated the fall of the leaves? To get your name in the history books?
Orchestrated. So grand, so full of it. We knocked on their doors when they opened them, we shot them. Walked up to them on the street and split their stomachs wide. Pulled up beside them and let loose full auto on their limos. It wasn't anything as complicated as orchestrated. I executed. Ah, profile. Googling.
Hello.
You like my scary portrait?
Yes, a lot. Yes, I like you. I like
Kicking
this
your
man
legs,
a
little
lot.
boy.
I like this man a lot.
Date of
Are you
birth is
smoking from
January
two
12th.
pots in your mouth?
You shut your mouth, I'm reading now. My date of birth is January 25th. Weight is 172 centimeters. Weight, 104 kilograms, blood type O+. My occupation is the CEO of the Icaria Financial Group. I like bodybuilding, archery, bonsai. I do not like phones at the dinner table. I'm undefeated at enjoying spicy food. Smell like cedar, tobacco, iron, and dried blood. You know, in some places they call me the Blood and Iron Chancellor. And my handshake is vice-like.
Wow. The Blood and Iron Chancellor? Wow.
And my uncle named me his successor for it.
The Blue Bloods weren't even able to put up a fight?
They were worried about handshake events and social media perception. But their friends in high places would be there when they needed them. But they had already won.
So, how'd you get away with it?
Good timing. No one notices a leaky faucet in a downpour.
This was right before the Red Decade got underway.
And once the borders started locking up, there was no chance of reinforcements. Never saw it coming. We didn't know there was a bubble. We didn't think things would get this bad. That's what they always say. The losers. The scapegoats paraded in front of courts and cameras to meekly reassure the national audience that, no, you couldn't have done anything.
I'm finding out I'm allergic to static the way I'm licking my monitor.
What the fuck? You did everything right! So did we! We're all victims of uncontrollable market forces here! Stale bread for a piss-poor circus. A pity party instead of proper gladiators. Saw the signs, but more importantly, I didn't ignore them.
Sprouts from heaven. No grain in the storehouse. There'd only be room for one family of thieves in this city. I made sure it was mine. Lost call. All aboard. Last call. All aboard.
And everything you've built since? Renegin, Aria Holdings, the legitimate half you're so proud of?
That was the easy part, actually. Reprivatizing an industry is tricky business.
I love the, like, military, like, esque or, like, gangster jacket. The white makes it look like a, like, marine, and then also,
I see what you mean, yeah.
the Hawaiian like, shirt.
How do you break up a state-controlled monopoly into a healthy, diverse, and competitive private marketplace?
How?
Oh, I'll let you know if they ever pull it off. The shit show they did go with was easily gamed. Sprinkle some cash into the right bureaucrats' pockets, and we were able to snap up entire economies wholesale.
We being the neobility?
If that's the term you prefer.
Why is he confessing?
He's not confessing, Sarah. This is bragging. Mr. Ikaria, I'm not looking to take up too much of your time, but perhaps you could help me understand something. The inciting incident, as they say.
In screenwriting.
Oh shit. Thank you, Rainbow Face, for the $40 donation. No time to stick around. Glad to see you're enjoying the rest of episode 2, though. Oh, I'm having a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you, Rainbow Face. Have a good... I hope you have a good day. We miss you. I hope you're doing okay. It's very kind of someone who's not even really watching the streams to just run in here real quick and be like, "Hey, hello, here's some money." I hope one day you will have time. And once whatever war you're battling is over, you can come back home and watch the funny videos. Still watch the VODs? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Bye.
When will Rainbow Phase return from the war?
I don't know.
CS1 is going to war soon.
CS1 is
Don't
going to
say
war
that.
soon.
But you are.
Ugh.
A year ago, you extended an olive branch to the Blue Bloods over Nirvana. Was it genuine?
My curiosity was genuine.
But not your financing. Is that why it fell apart? Why Makoto was attacked?
Fell apart because those first gens and young bloods of theirs are hot-headed idiots who can't follow orders. But I expected as much. It's why I ordered my hound to be present, on standby.
But he didn't assassinate anyone that day, did he?
No.
Instead, Sosuke stepped in front of a blade that was headed for Makoto. And he's been guarding the boy of his life ever since. Okay, I guess another reason to take Makoto off the list of the Little Lord, other than he is too young, is also that he was attacked by the Blue Bloods in a we're gonna kill him way.
Was that your order as well?
My order? Yes. Not my idea. matriarch, not a dictator!
Oh, just the way he smiles. Oh, Grandpa.
If my sweet siblings and darling nieces and nephews make an earnest request, who am I to refuse?
You had to be pressured into letting Sasuke guard Makoto? Aren't you concerned about Makoto's safety?
Of course I was. I just know that the best place for the queen is on the attack, not hopping around the king's sides blocking checks.
Hey, Chess 104, help me out.
Enemies can sacrifice themselves, but there's only one queen, and she has by far the most mobility. There to keep her out in the open, ideally, near the center of the field, where she can attack freely, at least assuming you subscribe to.
You know, I don't think I ever noticed this detail. It is incredibly funny to have your super secretive serial killer, who's like behind the shadows, and playing everyone like a fiddle, to not understand chess.
Oh, I don't. This is one of my minor pet peeves, like super minor pet peeves about this, is I know that they're doing that to try to be different, because in the past, someone asked their Tumblr account, like, does Morgan like chess? And their answer was, no, because it's a game with imperfect information, which is not true. Chess is one of the only games where you have perfect information, and then they edited and changed that answer later in the game when Morgan says that she likes chess, or she like, what was it? Not something about not liking chess because she's like, oh well, you know, I like gambling because there's luck involved. In chess is only skill. How's a girl like me supposed to win that? And I'm like, I don't care what reasoning you're giving it. I know that you're on purpose doing this because you want her to not like chess. You want to be #different. And like, I don't know, it annoys me that it's so blatant.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I will say that, like, I kind of like how they handle it in the trials, mostly because I think it's very cute that, like, Emma is, like, the chess master of the game, so, like, when she checks Morgan, like, she's using, like, go pieces and stuff. But when Morgan, like, checks Emma, like, it's, like, a poker check, you know?
Like, I don't mind the motifs being different. I don't know. I just don't like that I can tell. Because they gave a wrong answer about chess.
Uh-huh. No, that's fair. I don't know. I guess it kind of does make... I'm scratching my head and going... I've had a lot of run-ins recently where someone who's, like, making a piece of media will give a stupid answer and then edit it to, like, hide their, like, ignorance. So I'm, like, scratching my head and going, oh no, not another one. But, like, crossing my fingers that it's not one of the fucking... I don't want to get into this right now. I want to play my funny game and enjoy it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for stressing you out.
No, you're
At
fine.
least, assuming you subscribe to Super Soup on Twitch,
You
tier
should.
free subs,
It's the start of
0% off.
It's the start of the month, chat. Bring out your fucking... Bring out your... What is it? Bring out your primes. Give me your primes.
Bits are also accepted.
Yeah. Okay, got it. But here's the question. Why have the Blue Bloods keep trying to capture Makoto for over a year now because of some hot-tempered idiots?
What's your answer? Why do you think they would want to capture our little Makotan?
Oh. Don't. Oh, man.
No reason.
Well, we were told earlier, right? That there was, like, they were, like, trying to do some weird marriage bullshit.
Yeah?
If they were literally out for Makoto's blood, they'd want a steady supply. Mirai suggested they tried for an arranged marriage down the line, but... Game doesn't seem interested in anything of the sort. Funny. Okay.
Yeah. I guess just revenge then? Revenge or... a reason?
The Blue Bloods aren't lacking in motives for revenge. A bloody culling followed by 3 decades of humiliation is more than enough. But the more fitting revenge would involve them killing Makoto, not taking him captive. Well, I can imagine plenty of ways to extract revenge from a living subject. Gangs have to maintain a balance between being feared and being tolerated. If the Blue Bloods proudly tortured a child to death, they'd be run out of the lower wards by their own constituents.
Yeah, I think it might literally just be one of the ones where, like, there's dialogue and then the final one will be no reason.
Mm-hmm. It also could be a thing where it's like the secret unlock that we just didn't find.
Oh, God.
They took Makoto captive. They could extort the Akira for a king's ransom. After that, the Akira would make them pay in every other way. And if the price tag was big enough to ease all the Blue Bloods' woes, the resulting gang would drain their coffers all the same. People can easily kill for money. And to take Makoto hostage.
Well...
They wouldn't want to capture Makoto. They don't. A certain mama said as much to my face. They'd much rather kill your sole heir than capture him.
What I'd do. If they had any ears left. I just won't bring up that rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Why keep attacking Makoto, if not to capture or kill him?
The goal's never been Makoto. It's just that every time they've gone after their goal, Makoto's been there.
You mean?
Put another way, the purpose of an operation is what the operation accomplishes. They've been trying to capture Sosuke for over a year. The other day, they finally succeeded.
You think those idiot punks wanted to take my hound alive?
I don't think. I know. 'Cause that's literally what they did. They captured Sosuke and brought him down to the lower wards.
Torture him. Idiots. If they don't talk after the 3rd, they'll never talk at all.
The 3rd war?
It wasn't just any Blue Bloods that tortured him. It was a pod led by a young blood named Creek.
Young, old. Bound by blood or water, they're all the same scum.
As you say, but I've learned that there are some pretty big ideological rifts among that scum. The young bloods captured him, no doubt in Old Guard orders, but just an hour ago an Old Guard was asking after Sosuke's health. They didn't want him harmed.
A generous interpretation.
I'm guessing the Youngbloods knew that, but they tortured him anyway. Probably because they wanted to know why they're being repeatedly ordered to capture him.
Out with it. Why would they want my hound?
What the Blue Bloods want, ultimately, is simple. So simple that my android can answer this one.
I can?
What do the Blue Bloods need right now more than anything?
A lot of money. Without which they can't invest in legalized Nirvana.
It's a shame that, but we'll be happy to pick up where they left off.
So at a time when they needed money, they're throwing their young bloods at capturing Sosuke. Ergo, capturing Sosuke must open a path for them to get their hands on lots of cash.
I look away for a few days and suddenly my hounds skyrocketed in value. What do I have to think? Who raised the price on his head to such a degree?
What about Sasuke makes him so valuable?
Was I right?
Soup is always right, from what I've learned.
Was I right? Who raised the price on Sasuke's head? You did. 30 years ago, you made him irreplaceable when you killed everyone else who shares a drop of his blood.
Sasuke is the Little Lord?
Last descendant of the Blue Bloods' ruling families, and the only person on Earth who can get them back their fortunes.
Hell of a shot in the dark.
Yeah. You gonna deny it? Sarah, when did the attacks, supposedly, on Makoto, begin?
About a year ago.
What else happened about a year ago?
The meeting between the Blue Bloods and the Ikari that fell into chaos.
Makoto made it out without a scratch. And only because Sosuke stepped in front of a blade for him. I assume that Sosuke is an impressive martial artist.
With very well-defined pectorals and collarbones.
But when he must have left blood on the floor that day.
Yeah, he bled that day. It's not as if he bled blue. What is this, Detroit Become Human? This is a good game.
Oh.
You telling me the old guard could just smell the resemblance?
Press X to spray paint. I have a dream.
No.
Adonai, why do I have to stand at the back of the bus?
Oh, we gotta get on the bus to go to Canada. That's where they have pro-android rights. They didn't need intuition or guesswork. Their private security organization, Cyanus, is the business of the securing crime scene, cleaning them up, and performing paternity tests.
Right.
Could have been a whim. Could have been they were hoping to match him to DNA left at other hound attacks. Who knows? But I would pay good money to have been a fly on their wall when they saw the results.
His reaction to this information is not very strong.
That's to be expected. I've just told him a bunch of information that he already knew.
He already knew that Sasuke was the Little Lord?
Me when I... That chess metaphor you used a minute ago might have sounded like solid reasoning, if I actually played. Fortunately for you, I find the game boring. So it struck me as very odd that a grandfather like you, equal parts doting and calculating, would have placed their hair's safety below concerns as vague as optimal play. You didn't object to Sasuke guarding Makoto because you wanted to keep your hound. You just couldn't convince the rest of the house it was a bad idea without revealing who Sasuke really is.
If he knew Sasuke was the real target and would keep getting attacked, then having him gone Makoto would actually be putting Makoto in danger.
No bonsai? They look like miniature trees, but they aren't. They're shrubs. You condition it to look like a miniature tree by pruning it daily until it stops trying to grow into what it's meant to be.
Falls to my knees sickly. I used this metaphor on myself.
Oh, a soup.
Instead, lives as what you want it to be. Took the Blue Bloods 30 years to figure out my scheme, and you solved it in, 48 hours? You deserve a toast. Now I wish that sake was in the storeroom. Instead, as a reward for your effort, I'll give you a story. 30 years ago, I saw the future. Not in statistics, or stock prices, or consumer confidence indexes. I saw it in people's eyes. Fear and delusion. A sinking feeling that maybe everything really is made of bullshit and sea foam. And that if you ever stop to look at it, you'll fall through to the bottom. Can't warn people. They won't believe you. They'll strangle you to death for implying their boat might have a leak. Only one thing to do in times like those. Take advantage. 1 year we pulled back. No resistance, no bargaining. We let the Blue Bloods hungrily swallow what we had left behind. 1 full year we withdrew and waited and sharpened our knives. 1 year of preparation. For 1 weekend in August. Hottest August on the record. They left all the goddamn windows open. It went fast. We'd show up, get to work, leave the mess for whoever cared to see it, and drive up to the next address. I did 22 myself. Even had you asked me back then, I couldn't tell you the first thing about any of them. Except for the 22nd. He had firm eyes, cold eyes. Oh, not that harsh. Cool eyes, like condensation on steel. She was very brave. I took aim at her, she blinked. Not even upset, just exasperated, like I'd neglected to hold the door for her. My mouth was dry, felt like I hadn't spoken all day. I had to clear my throat to speak up, so she could hear me over the babbling of the river she'd fled to. And then the shots in the distance. Wanted to ask her why. Why out here? Why not a panic room? Why was she wearing a medical gown? Why her thighs were covered in blood? But instead I just asked, why aren't you afraid? She said, can't be afraid. I'm a mom now. I've always liked that answer. So when the pistol stopped ringing in my ears, and I heard the baby wailing in the bushes, I felt inspired. It's tradition in our family, going back centuries, that the eldest child be guarded from birth by a nursemaid, typically from a branch family. My wife would be due soon, and the Hayakawa clan had been an unfortunate casualty of that month. There was an opening.
Expertly done. But why let him live?
And I...
That I could invent the little lord. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across.
You started the rumors about a survivor?
As long as those fools still had hope that they could reclaim their former glory, they'd never rally themselves into chipping away at ours. If they ever did become a real threat again, I'd have the world's most valuable hostage ready to put them back into check.
You turned your last enemy's hope into a meat shield for your family, and eventually your personal attack dog.
Morgan's like, wow, this guy's awesome. I wish we could have dinner sometime. I think this guy might really understand me. That was just a bonus. Pierre had come of age, and so had Sosuke. He was free to choose any career in the family business at that point. He became the Hound of his own accord.
I'm sure.
But that's just...
Irrelevant at the end of the day.
Huh?
It helps me understand why the Blue Bloods have done what they've done, but it doesn't put me any closer to proving Sasuke's innocence.
But Sasuke's their little lord. We tell people, won't that change anything?
Well, for starters, we won't have any of this in... Well, for starters, we won't have any of this in court.
Of course not. Can't exactly go telling the court about my exploits 30 years ago. Not when we have attorney-client privilege.
Well, use your influence if you reach out to the Blue Bloods.
What, we'll work together to set Sosuke free? I killed everyone he could ever consider family, Copper. Besides a few old crooks waiting to die, anyone who shares a drop of his blood is in the ground. Most of them put there by me. I did all of that to sink the Blue Bloods. Now that they're finally ready to die, you think I'd throw them a lifeline just to protect one man? Just to keep one man out of prison?
He's right. I'm not allowed to disclose anything I've learned to him without his express permission.
It would complicate the tax suit against my family terribly if it came out that I lied about a blood relation, wouldn't it? Sosuke's in the will, after all.
That's the law.
Didn't mean to run you in circles, honestly. Would have preferred you never wasted your time unearthing any of this. That's what I get on relying on him to deliver a message, I suppose.
You're the one that wanted me to keep my investigation limited.
I thought you'd get the picture and hurry up and make a plea deal. Negotiate the charges down to a manslaughter. Get this all squared away so we can focus on fighting this damn audit.
Audit? Sasuke is on trial for his life.
Sosuke is sworn to protect this family with his life. I'm respecting his wishes.
If he does go to prison, the Blue Bloods will die knowing their little lord is alive, but permanently beyond their reach, rotting in a cell for killing their own men in defense of their own worst enemy. I can see why you wouldn't mind that outcome.
A hostage that you're never willing to sacrifice isn't a hostage, just a babysitting gig. I spared his life 30 years ago. This doesn't even cover his interest.
So, Sasuke has always just been a tool for you? A hostage you'd protect until the perfect use came along?
Always wondered, do tools appreciate that part? When they're used properly? What do you think, Copper? Does Sosuke have any complaints?
That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
Sasuke is a veteran. He served in the military. Did you grant your hostage permission to go risk his life for his country instead of you?
Not like he was one of those Minutemen they throw at walls. He was never in any real danger.
What about Ezio Hound? Deadly assassination and infiltration missions. Could have died during any of them. Why let your perfect hostage, your obedient tool, take on such dangerous work? Why give him your last name? Why let him live under your roof? Raise him like a son? Why trust him with protecting the life of your son, your grandson? Why are you lying and pretending you don't?
Pardon my android's outburst, sir. I'll have to adjust her conversational parameters later.
Don't bother. Just rip its voice box out entirely if it's going to speak over a man under his own roof. Goddamn Copper. Next the furniture will be telling me what I feel about my own damn family. Raise him like a son. What bullshit. I have no son. Counselor. Do your damn job and tell Sosuke to do his. Now. Ooh.
I'm sorry. That wasn't very butler-like behavior just now.
It's fine. It was a good play in that moment.
But... do you think he meant that?
I don't know.
Do you think he meant it when he said he has no son?
Makoto was Daisuke's grandson. If he has no sons, then the previous heir that Sosuke grew guarding must have been...
Makoto's mother?
It's me again. The bitch.
Is it safe to assume everyone in your family has severe trust issues?
I have no issues with trust myself. But as you've seen, the house is very particular preferences when it comes to information siloing. I don't remember her voice, by the way, so I'm just doing this.
Fancy words. You could have just told me who you are.
I told you my name and my position in the house. Is it relevant that I'm married? That I'm a mother? Should I be flattered?
Harlot. You told me that you work for... Aria? You told me that you work for Aria Holdings. You didn't mention you're at least the second most powerful member of the house.
If I had to tell people that, it wouldn't really be true now, would it?
You could have told me your relation to Sosuke. He guarded you every day of your life until you were...
19. Oof.
19. He's your goddamn brother. So that message you wanted me to pass along. If you see a way out, take it. You wanted him to try and make a deal with the Blue Bloods to get out from under the house.
If Sasuke merely gave them what they wanted, I'm sure there would be dozens of Blue Bloods ready to confess to the crimes he is accused of.
So you know. You knew. And if you thought he could parse that message, that means Sosuke...
He's not an unintelligent man. Merely stubborn about all the most frustrating things.
Oh, my stomach. Family. It's about family.
Rubs your shoulders a little.
Fairy tale.
For soup.
What did the Blue Bloods want from Sosuke, precisely? A blood donation?
One sample will not suffice. They need to be able to validate their accounts whenever called for.
Daily blood donations, then.
I told you, the old guard want to become nobility. How did they cement alliances amongst the aristocracy of old?
You want Sasuke to marry? The old gods are old.
Sasuke's already got as much blue in his veins as they could ask for. They don't need him to marry into them, they need him to marry into power.
Not the worst thing to have asked of you.
Have you ever been in an arranged marriage? Don't call it a gift. I have no idea how my husband died, by the way.
Okay. Smile. You were the heir apparent up until Makoto was born. All that time, Sosuke was your bodyguard?
And driver.
And poison taster, though that would most often entail me giving him concoctions to try. But his assignment actually ended when I married.
Back in Mako's age, that had to have been over a decade ago. So he joined the military the moment he didn't have to shadow you anymore? Is this the Royal Tenenbaums?
Huh?
The Royal Tenenbaums is a Wes
never
Anderson movie. Okay.
Oh, I know what it says. I know the... yeah.
Mhm.
Journey to the West, available now on Super Soup Patreon and YouTube, or Patreon specifically.
Coming back any day now, folks. And after he got back, he has to become the Hound. Guy must really hate guard duty.
He must.
Back up a moment. Your father didn't want me uncovering Sosuke's parentage. Most likely because he didn't want Sosuke to know the strength of his own bargaining position. But you told me to pass a message that he'd only understand if he already knew who his parents were. So how long has he known? And how long have you known he's known?
And when did Daisuke cease knowing who knows what?
Around the same time Sosuke left for the military. Oop, that was your line.
Around the same
Yeah.
time Sosuke left for the military.
Hell of a thing to find out at your entrance physical.
Before he left the military, actually.
Did that influence his decision?
Sorry, I couldn't read my dialogue. I was thinking of chips. Sosuke finds out that he could be the richest man in the city, and then he wants to risk dying in battle. Quite the guilty class consciousness.
I don't know exactly what did or didn't influence his decision to join the military back then. You'd have to ask him. I apologize for any gaps in knowledge you've had to work around. But hopefully you now understand how delicate of a situation you've found yourself in.
Yeah, I can smell explosives and hear the fuses sizzling. I just don't get why no one's gone over to stomp them out.
If Sasuke's known this whole time why the Blue Bloods wanted to capture him, why didn't he tell us?
Because he's a stubborn man working for a highly secretive family. That I get. What I don't get is why he didn't defect the moment he learned the truth.
Who knows? You'll have to work out the rest with him. I've given you all the aid that my position allows.
Hold on, I need to take a moment.
I know this is the Royal Tannenbaum, but I'm not in a position to tell you that.
I suppose it was kind of you to share information with us all, at all. Being in charge of the legitimate side of your family, you don't have any connection with this incident yourself. So about secret information.
No connection with this incident? That's not quite accurate.
Pardon?
You do have a connection to this case, even if you yourself don't realize it. I found a note by the body of the Blue Blood who took Sosuke captive. It reads, M. Ikeria.
I was one of the men who attacked my son. I'd imagine a note with his name is the least of what you found.
They've never been after your son, not once. It's always been about capturing Sosuke, and Makoto's just been in the crossfire.
Which Sasuke knows, which explains his reluctance to accept responsibility of guarding Makoto.
So I seriously doubt this dead man was interested in Makoto Aikiria. Mirie Aikiria, however,
Has no relation to the world that dead man lived in. That was decided the day she was born.
but you do have a relation to Renegade. Makoto mentioned your family was given one seat on the board as a show of respect. I take it that's a deception too? You may have let Renegade go public, but you've never given up control of it. The rest of the board must be your family's puppets. But that doesn't matter. What matters is what Renegade makes, and the prices it charges.
Renegade is best known for the patenting of metformin.
A patent which expired years ago. Plenty of other companies making it now.
Yet the price hasn't gone down.
The invisible hand sets price where it will.
Sure, but this is your invisible hand. A normal corporation couldn't strong-arm its competitors into keeping prices high. That'd be operating as a cartel. But the reincarnation of the Aikiria drug cartel would know exactly how to go about that without getting caught.
If that were true, it'd be much easier than you make it out to be. The right email signature, the right package delivered to the right address, the right look. These executive types scare easily when the perceived threat is anything bordering on the physical. Of course, it helps that the end result is we all profit immensely. But yes, metformin is very lucrative. What of it?
That dead man, Freak, had a brother with expense tuition and TAD.
Type 2 abnormal diabetes?
He'd need metformin for the rest of his life.
And he really ought to chase the proper insurance plan, don't you think?
I don't get the impression that family member coverage is a benefit the Blue Bloods offer.
I suppose even the Mob Act has its limits. Yes, one could find the name of Ikaria in relation to the Renegade board if they looked hard enough. So you think this Creek individual was going to threaten me? Come up to me on the street with a knife, a gun? He wouldn't get within 100 meters.
I don't doubt that. Now, the rest of this is speculation, but he might have just wanted to contact you.
That would have been even less likely to succeed.
So, you truly don't care that his brother needs this medicine?
Why?
Sasuke is like a brother to you. You've gone out of your way to try to help him even when you stand to gain nothing from it.
Yes, but I wouldn't expect my enemies to be impressed by the effort.
How would you feel if they laughed at your effort?
My apologies. New android. Still adapting to conversation.
You know what we sold back before Renegade? Before the facade of nobility, back when we were the Ikaria cartel?
Opioids?
Yes, it was still illegal back then. not for everyone. Take the exact same compounds, put them in an extended release pill, and sell it at a pharmacy. That's just pain management. It's all the same poison, equally addictive, whether you get it from a dealer or a doctor. Have you ever seen someone go through opioid withdrawal? Like taking a wine opener to your stomach for 7 days straight, they testified. Pain like that eats people alive, slowly, and replaces them with something unrecognizable. A loving parent would steal from their own child if they thought it could buy them release from that kind of pain. Painkillers. What a joke.
Does Renegade produce painkillers?
No, we do not. People die if they don't get the medication they need, and I'm sure their family mourns them. But addicts die a little more every day of their life until the day they finally fade out forever. And their family feels disgusted with themselves for breathing a sigh of relief. Plenty of kinds of evil in this world, little girl. Plenty to choose from. Real people like us. If you don't choose, the choice is made for you. Now wipe that look off your face and access the following address. Renegade.main.financing.prescriptionfinancingoptions.outofpocket.apply.
You have that memorized? This portal is...
Not listed or linked to anywhere on the site, I know, but it still works fine. By law, we have to have it, but we can't be blamed if the website is poorly designed. If you know any despondent crybaby college students looking for coupons to help pay for medication, you might want to start there.
Thank you.
Got an achievement.
I love this game. This is so fucking rad. Dude, the moral grayity of everything.
Unforeseen side effects. Reveal a hidden connection between warring parties.
That's an achievement.
Yeah. Also, it be Blockhead. Thank you for the single bit.
Oh,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Don't thank me. Don't. Can't stand it. Just save Sosuke's life.
Don't know how you pulled that off.
I don't know. They do consistently refer to themselves as a house. Perhaps they simply value family more than you think. Maybe it's lupus.
Valuing family. What the fuck? What the fuck kind of sick... What is this?
I'm trying to think, right? Because it's like... the large implication here is that she would feel bad about this guy who wanted to contact her about helping his brother. But on the other, and it's like, oh, because family, and she can sympathize with this concept. On the other end, this is a guy who tortured her own brother.
Aw.
Hey, door at the back. Can I get an AO?
Hmm. "7:14 p.m., August 15th, 2086.
So where should we begin? What do you mean? I'm afraid I don't have anything new to tell you.
stubborn about the most frustrating things, was it? I'm your lawyer, Sosuke. We're sworn to always do what's best for our clients, their rights and their privacy. To an extent that many consider extreme, we are unable to disclose incriminating or otherwise problematic information that our clients give to us, no matter the circumstances. This whole system is designed to benefit the defendant. So it really upsets me when I find out that my clients are lying to me about vital information that could help me save their lives.
If you're troubled by the nature of my work as the Hound...
You're adopted.
Yes, from the Hayakawa.
That's bullshit. You know it, I know it. And people whose opinions you respect know it. Fine. All members of the military have extensive DNA samples on record. If I subpoena...
Alright, stop! Just... stop.
Does the military keep all of its members' DNA on record?
I don't know, probably, right?
Yes, I know what you're referring to. Even before I knew, I did wonder.
If you've known about your real family for more than a decade, why haven't you ever...
Because it doesn't matter.
Try telling that to the Blue Bloods. They've been risking a gang war for over a year trying to get to you.
That's their choice. It's nothing to do with me.
How can you... I'm appalled, Sasuke. How could a brave soldier serving the House of Ikari allow violence to continue when he knows he could stop it?
A worthy attempt, Counselor.
Sorry. Guess I'm not used to having to persuade people to act in their own best interest. Or that of their family.
Family. Yukari raised me, fed me, taught me how to read, write, walk. They gave me a home, a purpose.
They're using you.
They need me.
They've got a funny way of showing it.
I owe everything to them, and nothing to the dead.
They're only dead because the man you call a father murdered them.
He did that a long time ago, and people I've never met. You'll have to forgive me if I'm short on empathy for complete strangers.
Aunts, uncles, cousins, parents, siblings. You can't call them complete strangers, Sosuke.
Can I? Yukari are my family. Nothing will change that.
They had a Fire Emblem game about this.
Nothing ever could. Not even Fire Emblem.
Let's test that.
Pardon?
The state thinks you murdered a cop. They'll make sure no one ever thinks of following your example. Let me repeat that. The full brunt of the police state is about to fall directly on the back of your neck. Hammer. Nail.
I'm not afraid of prison.
You ever been in one?
What? No, why?
They shave you.
What?
When you're convicted, they shave you. For hygiene. It's not for hygiene.
You talking about that virtual work release thing? They fit you for skull caps?
Not right away. They don't have to do that to people. Put a man in chains, strip him naked, sew his mouth shut. he'll still recognize himself in the mirror. He's still a person. But shave his head, give him a uniform, and make him sit in the dark with 500 others who've been treated the same, he starts to forget. Forget that he's a person. After you're so bored you're seeing constellations and concrete, and after you're scratching your skin raw just to feel something new, that's when they ask if you'd like a job. After people stop being people.
How could you even know any of that?
Google.
I'm a lawyer.
Hey there. Due to ongoing controversy following the suspected suicide of inmate Jay Galley, search results for this term are temporarily blocked. Read more about how we cooperate with authorities to combat disinformation here. That's scary as fuck.
It's really scary, yeah.
I'm a defense attorney, Sosuke. Who else gets to see inside of a prison and walk away afterwards? Makoto sent me himself, so you never actually took your one phone call, did you? Take my phone and call Hannah Kim. The Blue Bloods will volunteer a fall guy to confess these crimes and you will walk free. After which you'll become one of the richest men in the city overnight.
That's not.
If you're at all curious, I have done some calculations to estimate the extent of your familial holdings. The number is quite remarkable. Though I suppose I haven't taken taxes into account.
No one's asking you to abandon the Ikeria. You could become their greatest ally. Together, your families would...
I know exactly what would happen if I made that deal. I won't do it.
Why the hell not?
Why not, Sasuke?
You're forgetting a few small details involved in this process. Namely, disowning the people who raised me my entire life. Flaming myself before the world as the sort of people I've been fighting since I was a teenager. How shameless do you think I am? Daisuke, that man raised me like his own son and pretend I can't throw away the name he gave me just for goddamn money.
Treat your men as you would your beloved sons. They will follow you into the deepest valley. Is that it? You would rather rot in prison as an Ikeria than...
Live in luxury as a blue blood? Gladly. This is my answer, Morgan. You try and use my parentage in a trial tomorrow, I'll dismiss you as my counsel. And change my plea to guilty.
If that's your answer, then that's your answer. You're the client. What you say goes.
Right.
So if you somehow last another night without the cops smothering you in your sleep, we'll need some kind of strategy when we go into court tomorrow.
Of course we will. What are your thoughts on the matter?
I didn't think you were chill like that. I thought we were gonna get into, like, a deeper argument. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, okay. I might have found a window of opportunity. A chance that someone other than you had the means, motive, and opportunity to commit these crimes. Have you remembered anything else about your captivity? Hi, Swigs. Glad you can watch.
Yay, no spoilers, Swigs.
All spoilers. Spoilers, go!
Oh.
smashing my my dog clicker.
Fuck.
Maybe if we go.
No, that's my line.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if we go over it again and extrapolate somewhat or a lot.
We'll need to be prepared. You're going to be called to the stand tomorrow.
All you do is keep quiet, silent, right? I can read words.
You better not. I'll be the one asking the questions.
You're gonna call him to testify? What do you expect me to say up there?
I want you to tell them the truth, of course. I want you to tell the court exactly how you were set free. Alright. You good taking another night shift? He's infuriating, but I'd rather he didn't get shanked at the moment.
Of course, Adonai.
Detective London will be
Detective
back.
London. No, that's me, Adonai.
Eh.
Detective London will be back shortly, and I'll make sure Sasuke's monitored all night.
What is it? You gonna ask me to explain his decision? 'Cause I'm done trying at this point.
I don't think his decision is that confusing. He wants to be loyal to the people who've shown loyalty to him.
Shown loyalty. You need a microscope to see it? You spot any members of the noble house of Ikeria around here? Are they hiding under a box somewhere?
The people who've shown loyalty to him historically. His decision doesn't confuse me, but his choice of words. He considers the Ikaria his true family, yet he again spoke of a debt to them. That seemed odd to me. What do you think?
I don't know.
Did he really shave everyone in prison? Or was that another bluff?
Not everyone, no. Only everyone who can't pay the fees.
Capitalism.
Loading screen. Kill the game. Maybe not. 8:44 p.m. August 15th, 2086. Morrigan's apartment.
Morrigan.
Darkstalker. A good puzzle feels satisfying to complete. Like a good story, it retains its appeal even when viewed in hindsight. Very House of You. A bad puzzle doesn't make sense after you finish it. The picture's there, but it's muddled, vague. You feel like an idiot for bothering to piece it together.
On good wrong.
My favorite video game. Sosuke Ikaria is that kind of puzzle. Fit every edge into an edge just so the result wasn't satisfying. An infuriating client to cap off a frustrating case. Having to keep track of what the cops know, what the Blue Bloods know, the Ikeria are hiding, thinking. What I've learned, what I know to be true, what I can prove, and what I can actually say. And even after all that, getting kneecapped when my client refuses to play his best cards. I want to clear my head. Maybe empty it. Where's my gun?
Oh boy. Awesome.
TV.
I can watch TV, I can bake, I can look out the window.
Oh, the fact we get this section is awesome.
Uh-huh. Something does a little more than, like, you know, Ace Attorney and Phoenix Wright. Something, picking up Phoenix Wright specifically, because I'm a bit more knowledgeable on that one. Just want to appreciate the length that they're willing to go for Morgan as a character when Phoenix is a decent enough guy, but after, like, maybe the first game or so, he's just, you know, he's mostly a blank. He's mostly a blank slash kind of just.
The funniest part about that is that in interviews, and Sugimori has said that he intended Phoenix to be a blank slate character.
Yeah.
Which means that his sass is, like, accidental. And, like,
well, it's like,
that's funny.
Have you ever noticed in Phoenix Wright that a character is sassy whenever they're behind the wheel of the player character?
Yeah.
I think it's just like a thing of, like, if you are controlling the lawyer is going to talk shit because they're, like, the person that you have to view the world from, and so everyone else is wacky and zany and goofy, and the protagonist must be, like, tired of it a little. Anyway, back to this world where everyone is wacky and zany and goofy, and the protagonist is tired of it.
Time for the Morgan cooking stream. Never mind watching TV.
I'm going to become a reaction streamer. Don't feel like finding something to stream. Can I take a picture of this?
What?
Well, you know, we can only, we live in the future. We got Tubi, we got Glupshido, we got Poob.
Right, I just... Streamer Morgan Real.
Sarah's messed up all my recommendations anyway. My home page used to be great. Tuned to a T. I get closed-circuit footage of industrial machine accidents and gun disassemblies with no commentary in the title. Now it's all street workout videos and film director tier lists. If the end result is my internet history looks a little more random to an outsider, I guess I can forgive it. If she ever gets me added to mailing lists for diet supplements, I'm fully revoking her net access.
Sarah would be like a top 1% chatter in Northern Lion stream.
Not in the mood for people watching. Sometimes if I let my eyes on focus, the mass of foot traffic at the streets below meld into one dark amoeba, curving slightly at the edges as it squirms along the petri dish of the world around me. Its edges lost beyond the horizon. Which can be sad, in its own way. I'm guessing that's what people see in ant farms, but I wouldn't know. Who the hell would want more insects crawling around their house? Morgan cooked one uncooked fried egg. I'm not hungry.
No.
Baking is satisfying. Applied chemistry, which is just applied math. The cleanup isn't fun. And when I don't have a neighbor I'm trying to butter up or a client to visit, everything just sits in my freezer until I end up throwing it out. Sarah seems to shovel it down without complaint, but she's not here now. When I was still slaving away in that witch's office, I never wanted for hungry mouths. Co-workers will eat anything you leave out in the break room. If I ever get truly desperate to hide evidence, I'll just bake it into a pie and find an office birthday party to crash. be gone without a trace in minutes. This is pointless. Might as well close my eyes and wait. Even staring daggers into the back of my own eyelids would do more good than this. Whatever this is.
Monologuing. A gauche of me.
This is you, Kandaru.
Hey, cool kid. If you go to jail for starting this pyramid scheme of an extracurricular activity, does that help or hurt your chances of becoming a lawyer?
Awawawa.
You're trying to recruit members because if you don't hit critical mass, this all falls apart. It's exactly like a pyramid scheme.
Gooby Boobaba.
That I can give you advice when I'm only a member on paper. But if you want to start a club for solving mysteries, maybe you should, like, you know, solve one first?
Booby Tube.
Stop. I don't know. Ask questions. Talk to people, I guess. Record what they say. Take notes and think hard.
Garbanzo Bean.
Oh, you never know. You can be pretty persuasive. Or at least entertaining. I mean, I'm still sitting here for some reason, right?
Guess I fell asleep after all.
So, like, not to do a classic failed CS call shot,
Yeah?
but, like, that, like, gal in the flashbacks is definitely the first person Morgan murdered, right?
Ooh, for sure. No, oh, I like that.
I've been mulling it over. It might.
I think if Snoop has even considered it, I am encouraged.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just the way, like, it's being written is very, like, she is the one setting Morgan on her path, but also is antagonistic enough that, like, she's gonna push her over the edge and start it all off.
Mm-hmm. Start her love of murder. Discover the joy.
Mm-hmm. It's still dark out, though. What time is it? 5 in the morning? It says 9:40 on my phone. I slept for 30 minutes? That's it? What the hell's going on with me today?
What the hell am I doing here?
Am I really about to give up and start scrolling on my phone? Check my temperature. There might be something wrong with me. Don't feel like going to find the thermometer. How about a bet? 300 says the first article that pops up is an advertisement. There's always good news every night. Beloved school janitor given dance-off salute by students after having to postpone retirement for third time. Double or nothing. Federal investigators recovered Denning's girl. Well, congrats on no longer being kidnapped. You just cost me 600, you little shit. The nation rejoices tonight as the daughter of renowned philanthropist Joseph Dennings has been confirmed home safe and sound thanks to the efforts of federal investigators, spearheaded by a playbook that applies old techniques to tackle new challenges. Dennings originally rose to prominence as the CEO of Constancy, right?
Oh, I'm not looking. Hang on. Constancy, yeah.
Dennings originally rose to prominence as the CEO of Constancy Inc., which was at the time a marketing firm specialized in virtual advertising. But Dennings' vision for bringing advertising to the front lines with heads-up displayed services cracked open the previously uncharted market of active-duty armed force members, serving them relevant, relatable, automatically generated content that informed them about the products they wanted waiting for them on their doorstep when they got home. AI slop, yay! After making constancy one of the leading advertising agencies in the world, Dennings thought that he'd finally get to spend time with his family when he graciously stepped down as CEO to focus on his philanthropy, while also serving as the COO in an advisory role. But tragedy struck earlier this week when his daughter was kidnapped on her way home from school in an attack investigators described as meticulously planned and flawlessly executed. When the vicious attackers contacted the Dennings family and demanded an exorbitant ransom of an undisclosed amount, a lesser man would have panicked, or worse, given in to their demands. Fortunately for his daughter, Dennings is not a lesser man. Those first 24 hours are essential. We need every minute we can get. It's really quite remarkable that Mr. Dennings was clear-headed enough to contract us right away, said one investigator close to the operation. Investigators sprang into action, of course, but here our story takes a curious turn. Instead of searching the map for the young Dennings girl, they mapped out the psychology of the kidnappers themselves. We wouldn't really describe this as a terrorist act, but the sick, twisted terrorists who committed this atrocity did do us the courtesy of communicating openly and often. From the way they spoke, the words they chose, we started to narrow down their possible backgrounds, and then we revisited the crime scene. Investigators credit their breakthrough to footage of the kidnapping that indicated the terrorists had military-level training and discipline, carrying out the attack in a so-called quartet formation, considered a signature of the military's elite hostage retrieval squad. Anyone can read handbooks and try to copy what they've seen in military sims, but this brutal act of class-motivated violence was carried out without so much of a shot fired, miraculously. Skills like that, unfortunately, for the suspects are as unique as fingerprints. We had warrant to search all 4 suspects' properties within the hour. While some less dignified members of the press questioned the nature of this horrific crime, asking pointed questions about a possible relation between Mr. Dennings' past work and the suspect's military background, Chief Director of Investigation Valentine avoided the mudsling with a succinct reply of no comment. Mr. Dennings' business associates have no bearing on the value of his daughter's life, which I am gladly to say is no longer in danger. For that we have to thank the efforts of the brave young investigators to my left here, Special Investigator ISA, Technical Analyst Sokolov, Special Agent Greenfield, and Special Agent Beckham. Together, they, are you as infuriated as we are by anti-authority outside actor anarchists inciting anxiety on our city streets anonymously? Join us in our push to make all internet searches tied directly to citizens' tax return ID. Sign up below and we'll direct you on how to help.
Kidnapping resolved.
How's that for long odds? What are the chances I see that name? Perfect timing, actually. Maybe chewing out Mirie for keeping me in the dark there is just the nightcap I needed. Okay, cool. Hang on. That knock doesn't sound like Mirie.
Oi.
That voice almost sounds like...
Is that London?
It's Reyes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And up, you little shit.
I better check the door cam.
Oh my god, twirls my hair, Reyes?
Detective? Is that you?
Open up.
Pardon?
I said open up.
Oh no.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Hang on. Are you...
Don't pretend you can't hear me, you little creep cave, you little creep!
Detective Reyes, are you...
Drunk? Yes, no. It's a crime for you to ask me that. Oh! You can just wave my badge hello to the door cam.
If my door unlocks just like that? That cannot be legal.
Oh, it's not legal.
What?
Wait, what model of door is it? Oh yeah, for this model of the door in this sitting zoning, it is legal for me to unlock your door like that.
Guess Han had a point. Needing to make spare keys is a fair trade-off to avoid this bullshit.
And since you just invited me in,
I did not.
here I am, above the book.
Are we gonna, like, make out?
I'm so fucking happy. I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd get to play Drunk Reyes. I'm so happy right now!
What's happening right now? Why is your ceiling all the way up there?
Love how you had to type it out, even though I'm sitting here saying it out loud. CS?
We were doing it at the same time, same brain cell.
Uh-huh.
One stream lag. Who did you kill to get a place this huge? What did you even do with this much space? Hang from the rafters like a bat? Echo? Echo! Echo! Echo!
Detective, this is absurd. Does anyone even know you're... Does anyone even know you're here?
What? Let me check. Detective Reyes, badge number 10806, reporting on all channels. Self-assignment, protective surveillance of suspected criminal target. Threats assessed as medium to low. Target capabilities not a threat to self or others. Reporting in from... What's your address?
Do not dox me to every cop in the city, Reyes.
Reporting in from address withheld. Any copies? Over.
Copy.
Copy.
Copy! Cam saw you enter in the building.
Oh yeah, read your file monitor.
We've got you. We've got you. 10806. Have a quiet night. Are you finished?
Hey, where's the snowball?
What? She waves her hand in a rough approximation of something cloud-shaped.
Snowball. Porcupine ball. Matcha ball.
Sarah's doing her job.
Likely story. You probably made her sleep in a coffin in the parking garage.
Going off of David's setup, she might be more comfortable if I did.
Is this booze?
No. That's what. That's water.
God!
Can I do something for you this evening, detective? Or did you come here just to critique my interior decorating and knock shit over?
I came here because I'm drunk. And I'm drunk because you're in danger. Another way around. I drank because I was pissed, and Kaz and everyone else told me to go home. Even though he shot a guy only a few hours ago, I'm the one who's too emotional and too useless. So I came here to catch a bad guy. 'Cause you are defending that cop killer.
Aha.
There's also an orca killer. A whale cop killer. Killer whale cop. Every goddamn idiot in the city wants to shoot him. And also you! Cause you're a stinking lawyer.
Thanks.
And I'm a cop. Cops are supposed to protect people.
She's here to protect us.
I'm
Aw.
fucking in love with her! Even stinky lawyers.
Thanks.
So I'll park myself right here and catch the next assassin they send after you.
How am I not supposed to take this as a you're frustratingly madly in love with me kind of way?
What? And I'll lock him up and throw away the key. And if I accidentally save your life too, that's okay. Even if you don't deserve it.
You could have just stopped talking.
I can stop talking easy.
Final line of dialogue for the entire novel.
You really don't have anything to drink?
I'm not sure I want to drink with you, detective.
I invited you. You're the host, do whatever, but I am gonna do what I gotta do, and where the hell's the screw top?
I have to host a drunk Detective Reyes for the rest of the night, as I evidently do. Suppose I needed to force myself to go through the ordeal sober. Clapping
Oh my
hands.
fucking god!
I'll get a bottle opener, detective.
Oh shit!
I said I'll get it!
Reyes, what did you see?
No, she just broke. She just, like, broke a glass.
Oh, wait. This is the best part of the vid, where he breaks down the horsepower. For years, they all abided by this gentleman's agreement where their engines would have horsepower capped at like 270 or so. To avoid this like arms race of engineering in a country with such a huge street racing scene.
Right.
But the crazy part is, it was only ever on paper. They were building and selling cars with 300 plus horsepower. And they all just listed the horsepower as 270 domestically.
Yeah.
And God, everybody knew it. I mean, they were selling this same car with the same engine. The same goddamn torque rating in 2 different countries. And they were saying, oh, I don't know, I think it's only 276.
That's crazy.
I was born in the wrong generation. I'll die without even knowing what gasoline smells like.
Gasoline is odorless.
What?
It's odorless. They added a strong smell during refinement so that the leaks would be noticeable.
That's natural gas, you dummy. Scare me for a second, jeez. You're gonna try and ruin something for me that I never even had a chance of experiencing. You better get it right.
Like her first kiss or something? Ooh.
I'm so fucking in love with her.
I'm gonna die without having the taste of a woman's lips. Lawyer, please.
Lawyer, please.
I haven't like looked at chat since after this scene started, and I saw, oh boy, moment Kendaru might enjoy incoming. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know the difference between gas and gasoline.
So, you knew Chopin?
So you knew Chopin?
Hmm.
We dated, okay? Happy?
Oh no, Straighty.
I don't think straight is the word I'd use.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I thought you were a die-hard lesbian.
How long?
Once. Which is not a lot. Duh. No. It was such a shitty date. Or his uniform, like I was supposed to salute. And God, was he cheap. He said, "What'd you tip the bartender?" And he got all confused. He just handed me 2 cans. Why would I tip? Because you tipped the goddamn bartender, man. That's why. You can always tell when someone grew up with money. Maybe they just can't hide it. Maybe none of them ever learned the decency to try.
Hmm.
Hold on. Rockford's not so bad. I mean, it's obvious still, but the airhead part kind of offsets it.
Yeah, that's... What do you mean? Emma comes from money?
Guess even you can tell a joke. Oh, worst date I've ever been on. Waitress looked like she was gonna stab him. You'd think he was allergic to salt with all the nitpicking he did. And then he has the balls to tip 10%.
That is bad.
Oh, what do you know? You probably haven't been on a date since the 60s.
How old do you think I am? I was talking about the tip.
A tip.
I did see the Rockford family name in one of the articles. I am media literate.
We did see that. Oh, the
Twig.
tip! Well, yeah, but still. Do you even have a dating profile? I ask for no reason. Or do you just hang around funeral homes and castles and shit looking for other creatures of the night?
Are you accepting fraud applications?
I don't have a dating profile. You met Chopin through an app?
Yeah, a dating app for cops.
That's so sad. I mean, there's a dating app for cops?
Yeah, just for cops. Just for all.
Why is it called Just for All if it's just for cops?
It's a
Oh, it's a pun. Well, not really a pun. Wordplay.
noun words for justice for all. Cop catchphrase. We say it all the time when we catch people. There's an app for everyone. Probably even lawyers with sun allergies.
I don't think there's an app for me.
Hang on, let me project a hologram with the world's smallest violin out of my eye socket. Apps suck anyway. This one I matched, she was terrible. Her teeth?
Girl?
She was trying to smile or some shit. She was all teeth. I think it was her first kiss. You remember your first?
I don't know why everyone's always so concerned with firsts.
The hell does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
I have never once given a second thought to anything you say, so get that straight. I wanted to slap the guy's dumb face at the end of that date. But then I didn't even recognize him. When London and I came in, he was face down. Full floor, blood. Just blood and paper. Couldn't turn him over. Had to preserve the scene. Just had to leave him there.
Sorry.
Sorry? I'm not sorry, I'm angry.
You seem to get angry a lot.
You've been to anger management? You know what that's about?
Managing anger?
You've been calm. Not letting your emotions control you. I'm great at all of that.
If you say so.
I do say so. What I'm feeling most of the time, I'm a goddamn saint without calling my stay. I'm just too small. Little hole in the bottom of a big water tower. Fills up faster than it'll ever drain. If I was big, I'd trample this whole city down long, long before my anger's gone. It didn't even seem like people from the hall. Just two people-shaped things face down in blood.
Sosuke and Chopin? They were both face down?
What? Yeah.
Because Rogers was cuffing Sosuke on the ground?
Rogers, what a klutz. That guy couldn't cuff a cow.
A cow?
I don't know, something that'd cuff easily.
A dress shirt.
Oh, what do you want? A round of applause? Everyone you clap for the world's greatest,
Wordsmith.
Just shut up. No, please, more scene, please.
More. We didn't get the kiss yet.
This is everything I need.
We didn't get the 10-minute makeout scene yet. Please, fuck, please. Persuading her to remove her shoes and socks before tossing her up the stairs was a very upper limit of my patience. Making it out of the floor and onto the bed is up to her. I don't care. I can sleep on my couch. I could sleep in my chair if I had to. I can fall asleep in any position. Actually, it's not actually worth bragging about, especially to myself. And now a homicide detective knows where I live. Guess the address is on the business card. Downside of a home office. At least it's fun to imagine how sick she'll be tomorrow. Can't remember a time I got that drunk, thankfully. Can't remember a time I got that mad. The last time I cried. Screw this. Introspection's a scam. I'm not nearly so flush that I can afford to waste time on it.
I don't need to worry about the fact that I don't feel emotions. My God, stop smiling like that. Yes, you found a teacher's missing key card. No, you're not Sherlock Holmes. Or whoever his lawyer was.
Skibbity toilet.
Oh, I'm sure. You're gonna be the most popular kid in the school overnight now.
The Epstein list.
I wasn't being that sarcastic. Hold on, lag. You better hope it's somewhat true. Deadline for your little club's sign-up period is next week, isn't it?
Wake up. Turn on the TV. Any channel.
Actually, you'll need to find 4 members. I'm gonna be out that day. Family thing. We are so murdering her.
Bazinga.
What a face! You show everyone puppy dog eyes that pathetic? Look, if you're gonna be a lawyer, you need to get better at reading fine print. See? You need 5 members to found a club, but if you have at least 2 students present at the qualification time, you can get an extension. I mean, even you can get 1 person to join, right? Just use that winning personality of yours.
Big Bang Theory. Young Sheldon.
It's a family thing. I can't say no.
Honey, where's my pants?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
(11:31 a.m. August 16th, 2086. State Building. Floor 48.
They must have weighed me down over 5 times. Been in private banks with less active security than this.
Aw. The boy's better. Were they
God, this game is so good.
were they private banks that were they private banks that had recently had a shooting?
No.
And the comparison seems flawed. Armed guards in the halls, drones outside the windows, androids standing firm in the streets, triple spectrum scans at every entrance. They really rolled out the red carpet for you this time.
Now it is concerned, why don't you just move the trial outside of the city?
The district attorney said as much, but the city council overrode.
The district attorney? Me, Miss Rockford?
Miss Rockford's boss. Word of the attack yesterday is already trickling out. I can't afford the delay. It'll look like they've been successfully intimidated.
There's such a thing as overcompensating.
Not on the stage of security theater. Sorry, not on the stage of security theater.
Were you able to look over the DNA analysis that Science completed, Adonai?
The report on the bindings? Yeah. Gave me a lot to think about on the ride over. Okay. A summary of the forensics. Sweat matches the DNA of subject Yuri. Blood matches the DNA of subject Sosuke and Miller.
I love the detail that the blood has browned because the evidence that we have is older now.
Uh-huh. You're looking much better.
I don't feel better. Gave me some sort of injection last night. Woke up in much more pain, but I still insisted on taking off all my bandages.
Some sort of injection?
Sasuke consented to intravenous injection of a recovery accelerant at 9:33 p.m. last night.
You consented without knowing what it was?
I was hoping it was heroin. I nodded.
I'll do anything for my fix, please.
Thought it would help me sleep. That interrogation room floor isn't exactly ideal for rest.
Spoiled brat. This is the same guy who was confidently telling me he was fine with going to jail.
What about you, Adonai? You able to get any rest?
Fuck no! I slept like a rock. Eventually. Didn't even wake up when a certain unwelcome guest stumbled out the door in an early morning. Thank God.
Oh my god, I have to get out of here. What the fuck am I doing?
In her bed, bro.
A fan fiction writes itself.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an accelerant, huh? Thought there was something familiar about this discomfort. They gave it to us back in the military, on occasion. Heal up faster, but it still takes the same toll overall. Explains why I feel like all my bruises are fresh. Why'd they wait until now to start giving Sasuke medical attention, though?
Emma must have realized it was getting a bit silly. Trying to accuse you of murdering 5 people when you looked like you had thrown through a windshield.
Don't worry, Sasuke. Still handsome, even without the rugged edge that your injuries provided. Doing that doesn't make me happy, you know?
Then why are you blushing? It's not like you're spotless. You still have that mark under your left eye.
No, I've had that since birth.
Oh, I'm sure that won't be important at all.
Oh.
I was told once that it's charming. Why'd you bring it up? Is it not charming?
You are going to be lobotomized. So
Yay.
needy.
My God.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that to the court detective.
That was the same story he told me yesterday down in the lower wards. He and Reyes were the second on scene, so they focused on clearing the lower floors before meeting with Rogers. Good to have it on the record so I can look it over.
Okay.
As for the next item on the docket, calling the defendant to testify.
Seems like it's going to be a nothing burger.
Not entirely, Your Honor. My client waives his right to decline.
Does he now?
Sasuke Yukari, I'm a head of personnel security at Yukari Financial Group.
We've got like 10 more minutes, just so you know.
Oh, you
And
have 10 more minutes?
Yeah, I have to go pick up Almond.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh.
I can be back after that, but you will have to at least take a break.
How do you feel about that, CS?
We'll play it by ear.
Okay.
All right.
The IFG, that's a family-run small business, mom-and-pop operation, I take it?
Family run.
Well, Mr. Akaria, I feel like the court already has a strong understanding of the circumstances you found yourself in. How you were captured and tortured by these 4 known criminal associates, all of whom are now dead. How you were found standing over the body of Officer Chopin. I suppose all anyone can ask is, what do you have to say for yourself?
I can only tell you what I remember. Even if that's mostly pain.
How about after the pain? How did it end?
I woke up to the feeling of my blood drying on my skin.
Familiar sensation for a head of personnel security, I assume.
Objection.
I can answer. It was a novel experience. I pulled off my blindfold and felt like I'd stepped into the desert. White flaring in my eyes, heart thumping in my temple. But I realized there's a gun in my waistband. The indicator showed it was spent. Didn't know what to make of her.
Does this gun look familiar to you, Mr. Akaria?
It's like a shark. Yeah, that's the same gun.
Let the record show that the witness has admitted to wielding the same magus used to kill 2 of the victims.
Is this okay? Stumble forward towards the door. And past it. The whole room seemed red.
And after that, you don't remember? Anything else you'd like to say to the court, Mr. Akaria, before we finish?
There is one more thing I recall. I remember holding my sword.
Oh. Oh my god, you admitted it. Oh my god.
You remember holding your sword?
Woof, that ain't good.
That's very interesting of you to say, Mr. Akaria.
It was on the ground, and it's important to me, so I ran over and picked it up.
You recall the next thing you did with that sword, Mr. Akaria?
No. The next thing I know, I'm being transported and read my rights.
I see. Your Honor, do you feel we need to continue?
The questioning?
The trial.
Ouch!
Ready to begin cross-examination at any time, Your Honor.
If you insist. Round 1. Fight!
This is
Dun,
also.
dun, 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 dun.
So what? This is where you need to head out for now?
I mean, yeah, that's probably a good breaking point.
Mm-hmm. We've been streaming for like 2.5 hours.
I'm sorry, I have to pick almond up.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just looking over to CS and going, how are you feeling? Do you think you want to just take a break, or do you want to call it?
How long do you think it will be for you to pick up Almond?
Not that long. The place is 10 minutes away and then 10 minutes back, so about a 20-minute trip.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Fill time for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to go, like, super late tonight, but, like, I can definitely, like, give it 20 and then we can wrap up this part of the course at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, then I will go as fast as I can.
Break the speed limit.
Break the speed
I will not
limit,
do that on the
avoid-
snowy, icy Michigan roads.
Avoid all
Let the
red-
court show that the Kandaru is about to speed 100 miles an hour.
I would never drive that fast. I
The
wouldn't
Euro
do
beat is
that.
playing.
No. Alright, I'll be back.
Doodles.
Yeah, by nature of me having the day off on Friday, I can go long on Thursday.
Okay.
So we can definitely finish it then. However, obviously, the more pressure we take off, then the better.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're in closing on the end of the game. I think. Certainly, just this will be the last trial.
This is a fake murder case and we're setting up for the real plot.
Mm-hmm. Alternatively, this is a 2 of 3 trial sections, and we still don't have all the evidence we need. I feel worried that that's the case simply because I haven't been able to guess a murderer.
No, it's not.
I think your point of it being like the cop is like, yeah, that's like a decent enough suspect, but like we certainly haven't given him enough screen time to make that feel warranted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, one thing I will say with Arthur the Devil, which I don't necessarily think is a knock against it, but like isn't to my personal taste at least.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel for these sorts of games, realistically, the moment like you're about to go into the trial, you should have enough on your plate to solve it. Anytime a game is like, we're going to introduce more information as we go along, so like you couldn't have like solved it in advance if you're smart. I feel like you're just kind of like taking a bit away from making it a mystery game and more into like just making it like, you're in it for the ride,
I've personally never felt that way about a Phoenix Wright game. And I guess I never beat Danganronpa 1, so I don't know. God. I really should just, like, I really should just gift you Paradise Killer, and then make you just, like, stream takeover for that game.
I get the stream key, but I must play what you command.
You must play Paradise Killer, yeah.
I'm wearing a leash.
Mm-hmm. That game has a really fun gimmick to it that I don't mind explaining to you. Where
What is Paradise Killer anyway?
it is a murder mystery game with heavy inspiration uh, from like Suda 51 works, so like No More Heroes and like
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this now.
yeah. Yeah. Smiles at you warmly. Yeah. Fucking senile fuck. Anyway, and it is. I don't want to explain the murder itself or the things surrounding it itself, but it's a very, it's a very like fun little murder mystery romp, and its largest gimmick, I'll say, is that the game looks at you and goes, at any moment, basically the judge in that game trusts the detective at on her word no matter what, so long as she can provide sufficient evidence to explain how the murder happened. So basically, at any point, so long as you have a single piece of evidence, you can go up to the judge and go, "All right, I've solved this case. They did it," and then that's it.
That's nuts.
There is a actual thing. There is like a case to solve. It isn't just anything you say is how it happened. There is a objective. Here's how it happened. But you can just like point at anyone and be like, they did it. That's it. Here's how they did it. And then, provide your evidence.
Man, I was just like quickly having a look like the new Sweary sort of like Suda 51 game like they worked on together, Hotel Barcelona, and it's not reviewing well,
Uh,
which is a shame.
oh, yeah. Well, does it have Forrest Kaysen in it this time?
It's a good question.
Because if he's gone, I think I have a reason why it's bombing. I don't know. I bought, like... I showed CS earlier that I bought this game called Half Sword, which is just a weird, fucked up, beat the fuck out of people medieval fight club simulator.
Do you want to put some on while we're idling?
I would, but I'm worried because when I was streaming it to you, it like started chugging.
I see.
So I'm scared if I start streaming it, it will like implode and crash the stream.
God.
This computer is 2 years old. It's supposed to be a good computer.
Yeah. And Amelia, like, even if you did want to upgrade, now was like the worst time in history to do so.
For sure.
It's kind of mad. Yeah, no, when I'm back from Japan, like, there are like a lot of games I want to like get sort of cracking on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've commented like for the longest time about how like I want to do my sort of close-knit sort of like pseudo book club.
Yeah.
Where like it's basically just like story-heavy games that like I don't want to just like play in public VC. I want to have like a dedicated group who like, if not there every time, are at least like involved in like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like I'm missing something from the list, but like I know the main four like I'm eyeing for that are Slay the Princess, Ghost Trick, Omori, and Stars in Time.
Ooh. I definitely want to be there for a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
I need to play Slay the Princess myself. I think that's the only one from that list that I haven't touched.
Well, you're welcome to experience it alongside me.
Uh-huh. No, see, the problem is I already own the game, so if I have if I have someone else be my experience for it, then I would have wasted precious money.
And Galaxy Princess Serana. I need to get like the last couple achievements on that. Galaxy Princess Serana. Like, I think I mentioned it like a few streams ago. It's like the sequel from like the Long Live the Queen devs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a really good game. I like that one a lot.
Nods.
Like, I forget. Have you ever played the original Long Live the Queen?
I own it. I played it for a couple hours. I watched Peanut Butter and Gamer's review on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Long Live the Queen, like, Serana, like, fall into, like, again, that category I mentioned of, like, information roguelikes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it is just so much fun being like, okay, well, I've just died in a ship, but, like, now I know different things I can do to, like, improve my odds.
Mm-hmm.
And just, like, slowly iterating.
I do love that in some games, certainly. I think when I was playing it as a kid, I was maybe falling out of style with games that required me to sit and read and not much else.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to think I just wasn't that much of a reading guy, but then I hopped onto Phoenix, right? So I think maybe the problem was more so I was just getting not into dating sims.
Nods. Yeah, no, God, I'm like looking at my list as well. Like, on like a more proper book club, I do want to start doing Fata Morgana at some point, but like that's a big ask. That one's long, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like looking at my list, like I have AI the Somnium Files on here as well. I wonder if like that's the one I'm thinking about like adding to my list of like sort of closed players, because I don't actually know much about Somnium Files, but man, the people who I know who've played it, like, they get the worms over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I suspect that would affect our friend group as well. Like, there would be people who get, like, really into, what's his name, like, Kaname Date or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I know that the Somnium Files guy is the guy who helped write 100 line, and that's like kind of
Mhm.
it. I still need to fucking lock in and finish 100 line.
I mean, finishing 100 line, like,
I mean, I
there's
got
100 endings.
I got, finish it enough. I played like a lot of that fucking game, and I beat the first ending and unlocked the go and fuck around mode. And I so at least maybe get like at least one more ending, one or two.
That's nuts.
I thought that game was delightfully stupid.
Yeah, basically what I've heard from people who've like gone all the way on 100 line is like up to like the first 10 endings or so, it's just a fun time, but if you do go the distance, it like has very diminishing returns.
Mm-hmm.
Which like you could kind of expect from like the premise, but
Mm-hmm.
I do remember I don't know the main like writer's name or whatever, but I remember like reading from he's like being like, oh yeah, like if other big writers want to like do a DLC ending for me, we'll just keep adding stuff. And I think
Yeah.
that's really funny.
Uh-huh.
We like it the biggest game ever.
Yeah, no, I just I expected a lot of the endings to be just like near Automata, you ate a fish and died
yeah.
type shit.
Yeah, it's very good.
I was grinning ear to ear the entire time I had to play the final fucking hour of that first run. And then I kind of got... So, like, I have a lot of friends who have, like, anxiety about, like, games like Majora's Mask, or Stardew Valley, or, like, Fear and Hunger 3, or 2, that doesn't exist yet, 2, where it's like, oh, I don't
Soup
like...
has a secret.
I don't like when the games are like, here's a timer, it stresses me out. I get stressed out when a game gives me a river of options and a flowchart of 100 different routes to take. So where I picked a route and I stuck to it, and then something bad happened in my run, and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta go back. And then, but this game's like, yeah, sure, man, go back. Yeah, asshole. See what happens when you go back.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I just kind of stopped playing it from there.
Yeah, on a similar vein, one of my friends is playing like Alpha Wild recently, and that's again like Information Rogue. Like that one is a delight to watch people play. I feel like it's like probably not a good like stream game just because sort of the nature of people wanting to give hints, or like people being like, oh, I will subtly suggest something and not realize I'm not subtle in the slightest. But like, yeah, no, that's definitely one, like, if any of my friends, like, are interested in it, like, I would 100%, like, want to watch them do it.
I've never played it before, so I'll let you know.
Nods and smiles. Yeah, no, on a similar vein, there's a game I've been meaning to play for, like, a really long time, and, like, one of my vices is, like, even if a game is really short, I just, like, put it off for so long, and, like, what's it called? I think it was 7 Days to End With You. I don't know if you played that one.
Sounds familiar.
Basically, the premise is you wake up and, like, you're in a room with a woman who's talking to you, but, like, you have amnesia and don't know, like, the language she's speaking.
Oh.
So, effectively, like, you kind of just go around, like, trying to, like, figure out from context clues, like, what the words are, and then, like, slowly figuring out, like, what she's saying.
Okay, yeah, the game for crackheads, right? Okay.
Mhm.
No.
And like,
Yeah, yeah.
I really like the premise. I love like solving and like figuring out languages for myself. It just didn't scratch the itch for me, unfortunately.
I could not for the life of you get into the deciphering language parts of Tunic.
Yeah, no, Tunic is one of those games that's like big on my playlist, and I am aware there's a deciphering language part. I think I would get like really crackhead into that.
Yeah. I beat the game without figuring it out.
Hmm.
because like because hard pretty much it hard. I like solving the puzzle. I'd rather stare at the images and try to figure out what the fuck it means, even though the text that explains what to do is right in front of me, and if I bothered learning the language
Hmm.
I don't know, that could just be a product of being homeschooled and never taking any language classes growing up.
That's nuts. Yeah, no, I will say it's gonna be fun doing the solo travel around Japan with like my very broken understanding of the language.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mentioned before, like, sort of, I was intending to do like a lot more studying of it, but like, just work gets you down, man. You know, like you finish like grueling through like a 9 to 5, and then you come home, and it's like the motivation to spend more hours like studying is just not there.
Aw, man, totally couldn't relate to that at all. What? Huh? Sounds
No, but like,
it sounds unrealistic and unrelatable to any human.
yeah, no, but I said I know a bit of the language, so like, hopefully I can have like some fun sort of, you know, conversations at some point.
Aw.
You know, enough where like I can use broken Japanese and they can use broken English.
Mm-hmm. Garugamesh and all that.
Garugamesh.
See, you can relate to the youth. Or I guess I can relate to the elders.
Grandpa, what's Garugamesh?
What is it? What does it mean to be Sugoi?
Sugoi desune.
Isn't she a celebrity? Sugoi Weaver? Sugoi Weaver?
Sugoi these nuts.
Sug on these nuts, grandparent?
Grandparents, Sugoi these nuts. Jimmy, who's been teaching you those words?
Slipping Jimmy. He'll always be Slipping Jimmy. He'll always Sugoi these nuts.
God, no, but the funny thing as well is like, so my flight's on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
but it's early in the morning, so I figured I'll basically just get there, and I've like booked like one night at a hotel like at the airport. Just like take the edge off, because like, you know, early morning travel, ugh. But at the same time, Friday, I forget how much I've told you about this, but like, do you remember like 2 to 3 years ago when I was talking about like this giant documentary I was working on?
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, premiere screening is on Friday.
Ooh.
So like, I'm gonna get to the hotel, turn on my laptop, hope the Wi-Fi is alright, and then just sit for 3 hours watching this beast.
Hell yeah.
And all I can say is, I hope it holds up, because I wrote that script like years ago at this point, and I know how I am. Like, I'll be thinking, oh, I'd have done this so much differently if I was written in today, you know?
Mm-hmm. I only need to stop tweaking my script and just keep writing it. At this point, I'm going to have to replay Breath of Fire 3 just to make sure it's
Mhm.
fresh in my fucking head, and that feels miserable to say out loud.
God. Yeah, no, if nothing else, I do expect a documentary is going to do quite well because it's kind of ended up in like a H Bomber Guy situation
Oh, Christ.
where like we had a really big documentary and then the channel hasn't. Yeah, it's been 3 years since last upload. And everyone's like, where did you go?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just gonna drop like a giant like. I think yeah, like the final runtime is something like 3 hours 7 minutes or something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of how the YouTube algorithm works these days, like I presume that's gonna be like a bombshell drop. That's gonna be like showing to everyone. YouTube loves long form content, even if it is pushing shorts.
Nods, nods.
I'm back.
Oop, welcome back. Anyway, I'm really happy to hear that your fucking documentary is finally getting out, dude. You should throw it at me, and I might watch it.
I will. No, I will be shilling it and being like, to probably put this on your second monitor. I can't ask people to sit down and watch this shit for 3 hours.
Nods, nods. Yeah. Back to the game. Hi, Kandaru. Glad that you're back.
Okay, hi.
Whoa, is that Kandaru from the YouTube channel Kandaru?
Correct.
Surely we're past round 1 by now.
Ugh. Okay. Okay.
I woke up in that room blindfolded and in pain. Managed to untie my bindings and stumble forward. That's when I noticed a gun sticking out of my waistband. I was alarmed, but the ammo was already spent. When I stepped through the door, everything on the other side was red. All I could think to do was bend down to pick Yoru up off the floor. Next thing I know, I was in an ambulance, having my rights read to me.
Yoru didn't have his fingerprints, right?
Sasuke isn't lying about anything, is he?
No, he's just subconsciously glossing over a certain key detail. I think it's the bindings. He says he's not explaining how he untied the bindings.
Right.
Let me just check the bindings again.
Cut bindings.
It had 2 people's blood, so maybe someone else unbound him even.
It was clearly cut with something sharp, and he's saying he untied it. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
All the trial prep in the world couldn't undo multiple concussions, I suppose. I've been blinded in pain. Yep.
Pick a card, any card.
Sosuke couldn't have untied his way out of his bindings. Not when they were clearly cut by something sharp.
Objecting to a statement from your own client now?
Oh, what do you mean, Morgan?
These pieces of cloth were recovered from the room where you were held, Sosuke, and they've very clearly been cut. You didn't struggle your way out. You cut your way out.
Yes, now that I mention it, that's right. But if I cut myself out first...
Your Honor, the people ask that the defense do their testimony coaching before the trial begins from now on. As it stands, this has been a colossal waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, this detail probably isn't important, right?
It's very important, Your Honor. If he used a blade to cut himself free from his bindings, that means Sosuke couldn't have gotten free. Until someone handed him a blade. Meaning that the people's theory of a daring escape mid-interrogation is
doing just fine, thank you for asking. None of us in the court here today seriously believe this man, or his memory, can be taken as the truth.
Then forget him and just look at the bindings. They're hard, physical evidence that they'd had to have been cut.
If something is sharp, what do we know that fits that description?
You think it was Yoru?
His captors kept him bound in that room most of the night, then cut him from his bindings with a sword to bring him into the main room for questioning. Where he turned the tables on them before slaughtering them all.
Badass!
Well, Counselor, are we done here?
Could the katana have been used to cut those bindings? Looking at the actual bindings themselves...
I mean, why not, right? A sharp object is a sharp object.
I mean, what are the final fingerprints on the sword?
I think, but we're not focused on who did it right now. We're just focused on could the sword have cut the bindings, and I think the answer is yes.
Yeah...
I think we're gonna get to who did it soon.
I suppose.
I'll save anyway, just in case, even though this really feels like a
Oh,
stay.
yeah. We'll always save.
I'll admit, it is possible that the sword cut those bindings. But anything's possible. And the DNA evidence points to a different answer. Your Honor, if we could please draw the court's attention to the forensics analysis of the bindings. You'll notice...
Your client's blood, obviously.
Yes, obviously. But upon closer inspection, you'll also see... that blood from Miller was found as well.
The poncho guy?
Who was stabbed in the throat, as the court may recall.
By your client's sword, as is no doubt still fresh in the jury's memory.
Well, how can that be, Your Honor?
What do you mean?
Is it not sharp enough? Oh, what a piece of...
How could Miller's blood have ended up on the bindings that kept my client from leaving the room in which he was held? Unless Miller was killed before my client was ever cut free.
That's... kind of a big deal. Isn't it?
I thought so, at least.
Shit-eating grin.
There's lying. That's not possible.
You thought wrong, Counselor. It's true that the katana has blood from Miller's stabbing on it. And I'll admit that it's surprising to see his blood on your client's bindings. Miller's autopsy shows he had no wounds besides the fatal puncture in his neck.
That's my line, but, go off, Queen.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
So the binding on my client had to have been intact at the time Miller died.
But those bindings didn't need to be cut before your client could kill him.
What?
If your client's wrists were left bound for questioning, he could have stolen the gun, killed Tanks and Creek, and picked up his sword, as he just stated in his testimony, and set to work.
You think my client was drugged and beaten before killing 4 men with his wrists bound?
Hardly impossible for a man with his talents. And there's no other explanation for why he would have cut his bindings with a sword that, as you insist, must have already been used to kill Miller.
No other explanation. Not even if he used something else to break out of confinement. Okay.
We have to present the knife.
Yeah.
I mean, we found it now. We're not in
We
trouble for
found it.
mentioning it.
We found it. It wasn't even where we left it. It's fine.
What if my client had simply used this to break out?
What the hell is that?
Way overcooked from what I can tell.
It's a murder weapon, Your Honor. One recovered from the scene of the crime.
A knife? Yes, that's what I grasped when I first woke up.
That's impossible!
What she said! There's nothing about a knife found seared to perfection in the Ox Dazer. Is it overcooked or seared to perfection? This knife was not found inside the building, Your Honor. I retrieved it from the alley immediately beside it.
Your android did?
Need her to submit video evidence of the entire afternoon to verify it? To verify it, Doubting Thomas?
It's not the android I'd have trouble taking it her word, counselor. But forensics have been performed on it.
There are no
There are no fingerprints remaining. My line out and I were in cohort, and the DNA present in the blood is too damaged to be of use. But I have identified at least 2 different blood typings. AB- and B-, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the people are, of course, interested in forensic analysis of any evidence that seems pertinent to the crime at hand. This was retrieved from an alleyway dumpster.
A soft-filled drum near an alleyway dumpster.
From an alley in the lower wards. Without strong evidence linking it to the crime, I see no reason to entertain the idea that this is some kind of 4th murder weapon.
3rd murder weapon.
What?
The bat was post-mortem.
The point still stands.
Well, how about it, Morgie? Any link between this totally not suspicious fire-broiled knife and our crime? Or should we just throw it back in the garbage? Again, it was a tofu drum by the garbage.
Of course, I have more to go on than proximity, Your Honor. I have proof right here that this knife was what Sosuke used to cut himself.
One thing I will say is, like, I don't really get the anti-mechanic they have in this game. Like, why would you just never put it on
I
max?
would not set it to max every time.
Like, it would be interesting if they did more, like, losing hands, where, like, you need to know, like, when to lower it, kind of thing.
I mean, if you're playing on high roller mode especially, there's no reason not to, because you're going for a perfect score. If you were just playing the game not save scumming, and then it's like your health bar, you're choosing how much life you're willing to risk on it.
I guess.
So answers you're like more confident on, you'd raise high, but if you're not sure, you would keep it low. I like it in theory, but yeah, for a murder mystery visual novel, we don't care that much about health. We just want to play.
Okay, cool. Just take another look at that.
Your client's medical intake record?
later still be drumming up sympathy, but if there are shirtless photos in the file, I suppose I have a duty. There are. What? I did not remove my shirt for.
If I may please direct the court's attention to one specific item. Slight laceration found on the left hand.
What do you mean slight? Like a paper cut?
Like a cutting board accident. Neither paints a very gallant picture.
But if he had a cut on his finger when he was first arrested.
It must have been sustained around the time of his escape. Like when he was using a knife to cut himself out of the bindings while blindfolded.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even a master swordsman can nick himself on his blade every now and then. His katana.
Was found with a lot of blood on it, yes. But none of his own.
Anna is correct. Yuri was thoroughly tested and found to have blood residue matching Miller, Trey, and Officer Chopin.
But not a drop of Sosuke's. Meanwhile, we have a knife right here, ready to be submitted into evidence and studied under every microscope the state can find, that just happens to have Sosuke's exact blood type on the tip.
A B minus. That blood type.
Doesn't match anyone in this case's full file except for Sasuke. What? I do blood type fortune telling.
Aw,
So I have a hobby. Shoot me.
we should, yes.
Yesterday. 2 shots right to the base of my skull.
Oh, this really is foreshadowing in it.
Did you read
Counselor Morgan. Perhaps you might grace us all with your formal request.
I call for this knife to be submitted into the record and forensically analyzed as quickly and thoroughly as possible. Because I believe it is the murder weapon that actually ended Miller's life.
Knife to the neck. Be much easier to pull off than using the very tip of a sword. I hypothesize.
Nice recovery.
Perfect, Kemi.
In other words, then, you're asking for the medical examiner to reevaluate whether this knife might be a better fit for the wound in Miller's neck.
Yeah? Did you just repeat what she said, but slightly rephrased? A conversational tactic to surpass mess. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on.
Cringe. It's worth repeating, Your Honor. Because the people understand the full weight of what this knife implies. It can overturn this entire case in an instant depending on what Sato finds. Emma's repeating what I said because she's stunned. I just flashed her hand. It was 1 card away from a full house.
People have no objections, Your Honor. This trial requires that we fully examine this piece of evidence.
Cool. So, does someone have her number? Is there a group chat room for everyone who works for the government, or...?
Dr. Sato is already on her way.
So there is a group chat, and I'm not in it.
She'll begin the examination as soon as she arrives.
Guess we just slack off until she's done, then.
It occurs to me, Your Honor, that we ought to thoroughly examine why this possibly critical piece of evidence was not found during the police investigation.
The investigation and preservation of this crime scene was a joint effort between the police and Cyanus Security.
And perhaps my next witness can shine a light on the source of this deficiency.
Is that what you want to call it, CS?
Yeah, this is probably a good stopping point.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. How dare you pick up Almond? You should have left them on the streets. Ooh. No, no. Of course not.
We
Besides,
have a
surely we've done enough to make it so that next session will be the final one. Surely.
Mhm.
Early. Next time there will be no interruptions because it'll be Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, CS. Thanks for hanging out, Kandaru. I had a lot of fun. I talked about it when you weren't here, but I still don't necessarily have a actual like suspect for the murder. So I'm suspicious about whether or not this actually is the last trial scene. But, you know, I guess we'll see, and I guess we'll hope and pray that it is. But yeah, we'll be back on Thursday to finish this game. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
very well.